What's up, everyone? Welcome to a special video. If you clicked on this, congratulations, because you are ready for a life transition. And if you've been spiraling, I'm going to share with you the exact phrase that you can use, the exact affirmation that you can use to transmute that spiral upside down on its head so you end up with a whirlwind of positivity and a whirlwind of success. So let's get into it. Every single time that we are experiencing something that brings about a negative emotion, it could be triggering. There's a black cat outside. If you're familiar with my videos, you will notice, or you will appreciate the fact that one of my common phrases that when I describe the knot technique is to say, don't think of the black cat. And it causes you to think of a black cat, right? This right here is a sign that with repetition, you do see what it is that you put out into the universe. And the affirmation I'm about to give you guys right now, if you write it down, I'll leave it down below. And shout out to, what is her name here? Chelsea Avery. I got this affirmation from Chelsea Avery, and I want to credit her because she came up with this, or at least I found it from a video of hers. I'm going to give you this affirmation as well as other affirmations that you can follow this up with. The affirmation is, when you understand that everything, you understand, and you're in this negative situation where it seems like everything is happening and everything is falling apart, you say, I align with the timeline where all of this works out in my favor to lead me to my desired reality now. You could follow it up with, I choose with my free will to shift this timeline now. Now, why is this powerful? Because it's like Aikido, and it's like ninjutsu. It's like using their own force against them, like in the 33 Strategies of War or in The Art of War by Sun Tzu. This is a powerful tactic because you don't have to fight against it. You simply use the force that's already happening and transmute it into the direction that you want it to go. So if things are going like this, you use it and transform the energy. That dark energy goes through a filter, is another way of thinking about this, that transforms it into light energy. Why? Because it's saying that all of this, and it's that acknowledgement that all of this that's been challenging, all these obstacles, all this shit that's been fucked up, is leading me to my desired reality now. Some other affirmations you can use to follow this up with is, it's easy for me to step into a state of positive expectancy and faith that it will happen. Because another meta affirmation is that it's easy for me to have faith, right? Some people struggle with the idea of having faith when they can't see evidence of it in the 3D. Some people struggle with the idea that they need to persist, or they have not the idea, but some people struggle to persist. Some people struggle with maintaining that positive expectancy, that certainty, that feeling of naturalness that Neville Goddard talks about. So you tell yourself, it's easy for me to step into this feeling of faith. It's easy for me to have this positive expectancy and faith that it will happen. Another way of doing this is using an affirmation. And you realize that you are using your language to guide. You are using your language. Your language is one of the most powerful things that you can use to your advantage, because it's the way that we direct energy. We direct energy with the word. What if it was easy for me to step into a feeling of positive expectancy that it will happen for me effortlessly? What if it was easy? And another thing about this is that when you ask yourself questions, the mind can't help but to search for an answer. That's why the affirmations are so important. That's why when somebody in the context of sales is asking buying questions, because if you ask somebody as you're selling your product or service, well, what about this do you think is going to actually be helpful? They're going to come up with the answers. The mind can't help but do this. What if it was easy for me to step into the timeline where my needs and wants are met effortlessly and in a way that benefits all involved? What if it was easy for you? What if it was easy for you? What would that feel like? What would that be like? What if it was easy for me to receive blessings and abundance? Imagine existing in a state where everything I want comes to me effortlessly, where I attract people, opportunities, and abundance to me so easily, it feels like magic. This is your natural state. My life force energy is naturally magnetic. What if you were naturally magnetic? What if all good things, people, and circumstances came to you easily and effortlessly and in abundance, and it was just natural for things to gravitate towards you, for blessings to fall your way, for luck to befall you with every step that you take? Everything I desire desires me. So guys, these are some powerful affirmations that you can use. What if all of this works out in your favor? What if all of the challenges and everything you've been going through actually works out to your benefit? What if everything working behind the scenes is actually leading you to your greatest good, to your highest potential, to your highest timeline? What if you are, with every challenging thought that arises, and you can use this on all your thoughts, what if with every challenging thought, it's actually an invitation for you to see, for you to become stronger? The same thing like when you train in the gym, that every single time you pick up that weight, you're not focusing on the pain of the weight. You're focusing on that muscle growing stronger. You're focusing on your physique. You're focusing on who you're becoming. What if it was the same thing with your mental world? There's another book here that I wanted to read a little excerpt from called Feel Better No Matter What by Michael James. And I think that this can drive this point home. So this is your workout. The intellect or mental chatter is necessary if we want to evolve, but it is often a terrible guide and confuses us. But this confusion too is part of the design of life. So while you might feel like you're lost, you're actually evolving. Everyone feels this tension at some time or another. It's due to thinking, and your resistance to thinking means you've gone into your thoughts. When you're in the gym, you understand it's beneficial. Most of us choose this resistance and pay money to experience it. Yet with life, it's a different story. We're told tension is never good for us, and this approach isn't working. The tension of life evolves your skills, your power, and your self-worth. It creates your best life. It brings out the best version of you. So take something like insecurity, for example. It is to be thanked, and it is a workout for self-confidence. Self-hate even is a workout. It's a workout for self-confidence or self-love. There's nothing wrong with feeling all kinds of emotions and having all kinds of thoughts. No matter what you may have been told, thoughts, both positive and negative, are the workout that evolves your life, and that is their benefit. There's nothing wrong with experiencing tension or mind chatter. Like the exercise equipment at the gym, the mind provides tension and resistance you need to evolve. This is the journey to create self-empowerment. Nothing's gone wrong. You're okay where you are. A perception of powerlessness is the weightlifting to your self-empowerment. Not all evolution. It is the challenges which evolve these strengths. These thoughts, this tension is your friend because it contributes to the evolution of life. Everyone has inner battles and storms. Princes and princesses don't feel like them all the time. We hide this inner life, however, because we don't feel like it's attractive. Would you post an unflattering photo of yourself on Instagram after a hard workout looking exhausted? Probably not. That's not being inauthentic, it's understandable. But it means everyone's hiding parts of themselves, making you feel like you're the only one with this internal workout, while everyone else is walking around being perfect all the time with no other emotions. That's part of what I've spoken about many times, where it's like, the more that you think something is unique to you, the more that it's actually a universal thing that everybody else is feeling. You wouldn't be mad at a champion athlete for feeling exhausted during training. You would know this was part of their preparation. Later on, when they're on the track, they can shine and be amazing and feel in the zone, but their training time is not about the star performance, it's about training. Resistance to the way you feel is the problem, not the way you feel. Let's face it, we all feel all kinds of emotions. No one I've met stays in the exact steady, unchanging state of joy or happiness or confidence. And what if that's how it's meant to be? What if all emotions are good? The problem isn't that you feel needy or desperate, for example, because everyone feels that way sometimes. It's not the feeling that's unattractive, but the lack of self-acceptance. It is that you're not accepting yourself, this mood or feeling. You're not embracing that feeling, which you might call neediness, as the weight lift you require right now to get the muscle you want. Everyone feels neediness sometimes, and in fact, another definition of neediness is ambition, which is necessary for creating big dreams. Ambition can sometimes feel uncomfortable and implies discontentment, but it's not seen as a feeling to be ashamed of. It is this shift in perspective that can help you accept your feelings, because if you could allow your feelings to be, you would get out of your own way and find freedom. He makes a distinction that he's not saying that the mind is always the bad guy. It's a machine for us to use, the thoughts that produce resistance. But the issue is that we've been brought up to think we are the thinking mind, that it's our guide, even though it's pretty much always wrong. When we continue overthinking and criticizing ourselves, life gets worse. The real self is limitless. Love yourself more. Unconditional self-acceptance is the way to change. Anyways, when you realize that all of the things, all of the challenges, all this negative spiraling that you've been going through is actually a chance for you to use the techniques that we speak about, you can use it. He has different techniques in here. Focal point meditation. It makes you more resilient. It makes you have the confidence in yourself that no matter what is going on around you, that you can extract the benefit from it. That no matter what's happening, you can become powerful from it. By intending, by putting your attention, by observing that version of yourself who is powerful. There's a lot of techniques in this book, and I'm going to be using some of the techniques. I'll probably do some videos on them because they're really valuable and they go more in depth into how we can begin to do what we've spoken about here. But really using this affirmation that we went over at the beginning of this, that all of it is leading you, and asking yourself as well, how is this leading me to my higher good? How is, like, I align with the timeline, and it's either asking or it's claiming or it's requesting. I align with the timeline where all this works out in my favor to lead me to my desired reality now. I choose with my free will to shift to this timeline now. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope that this helps you as it has helped me. I'm continually adding more and more stuff to the book, coming up with more and more ideas, and finding more and more ideas, and getting inspired by other people and other teachings to really find the best tools that we can use to shift, to begin to shift ourselves and our energy into a direction that we want to, for ourselves and for our new reality that we're creating. That being said, much love as always. Drop this with a like, hit me with a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next video.